Welcome to the GameSkinny
Not so
Podcast.
much weight.
God damn it, Gary, I'm gonna start again. Damn it, Gary. You know what? No, this is how we start today. You know what?
This is how it starts.
3,
The
2,
day I finally
1.
get...
No.
Welcome to the GameSkinny Podcast. My name is Jay, and this week we're going to be talking... You shut up while I'm doing my intro. This week we're going to be talking about some news. I'm joined today by a bunch of GameSkinny interns. We're going to go down the list and introduce everyone. So, when I say your name, tell us a little about yourself. We're going to start with Nunu.
Hey, I'm Nunu. I'm a nudist Tejeda over on GameSkinny. Mostly cover PlayStation news, and I think we got a pretty decent set of news today.
Sounds good. Gary, welcome to the show. Tell us about yourself.
I'm Gary, Gabriel Cross on the GameSkinny website. I mostly cover Final Fantasy 14 because it's awesome. And I will be probably dying here in about 10 or so minutes because my computer's going to die.
Gary might drop out for just a minute. Ignore that. And Stephanie, welcome to the show.
Hey, I'm Steph. I'm Miri Sakura on GameSkinny, and I write things. All of the things. I do not discriminate.
Boobies.
About boobies.
Stephanie does have boobies.
That's all you write about, yeah.
And your real
Apparently.
name is
It was just one! Just one!
One article. That's all it needs. That's all the internet needs. Alright, and we're gonna move on to Rob. Rob, welcome to the show.
Well, hi.
Hello.
Rob, aka Tankerballs. I like cake.
You're a
That
good
all?
man.
Is that all you'd
I
like
love
to
lamb.
say about yourself?
That's all I got. I don't really. I mean,
You're not an
I
intern,
do the
but you like
stream.
cake.
I do the stream, but I like cake, so you know, everything works out.
And the man who loves lamp, Riley.
Yes. I am Riley. I go by Riley C on GameSkinny. I pretty much write about anything I kind of feel like. I'm a huge cynic, apparently, I guess. And, I don't know. I've probably found the greatest game ever on Steam sales, but that's gonna wait for
Which
later.
we will
He
talk
hates
about.
the Ouya.
We will talk about in a moment.
I don't hate Ouya. I
hate
just
the
don't
Ouya.
get it.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Hey, no, Riley and I had a long talk last night
We
about the
did.
Ouya.
And I actually just posted that, by the way. So you can go listen to that too, Jay, if you want to or whatever. But yeah, we actually did a short little podcast just talking about it, and it was really informative and interesting. So check it out.
I'm sorry we made you miss Brian.
And finally, we have Brian, aka Roth.
What's up,
Hello.
everybody? Yes, I am Roth, and I'm completely unprepared for this. Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Sounds like every podcast.
Woo!
In
Excellent.
true GameSkinny form.
Can I jump in real quick?
Winging it. Go for it.
Before we actually start getting into talking about stuff, I do stream like random games every now and then. So if anybody who's watching wants me to stream something, please do let me know. Let Tinker know.
Secret of the Magic Crystal.
That Tinker now. We will.
I will do it.
Riley,
I will do
we
it.
will get to that. We will get to that later in the show.
No, that's
Keep
my
it in your
suggestion to him.
First,
It-
we have to introduce our
Spaceship.
host. We've already
No, we don't
skipped
have
it
a host.
again.
I am very
Yeah.
sorry, Jay. Yes, of course.
And my name is Jay. I'll be your host today. Former GameSkinny intern. Now, I suppose I work for GameSkinny, so that's a thing.
Indeed.
You can find me
You
over.
do?
Not a thing.
I know, crazy. And you can find me over at GameSkinny at GameSkinny/J because I'm super creative.
It's actually gameskinny.com/GS.
Oh, I'm
slash
sorry.
J.
I'm sorry. It is GS/J.
Yes.
My mistake.
You may be super creative,
Tisk.
but not super technical.
One day we'll get these introductions, right?
One
One
day.
day you'll
No,
know
we
who
won't.
we
One
are.
day.
They're all perfect. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, we never make mistakes.
Anyway, so
Super
today Rob wants to talk about Firefall.
I do.
So, Rob,
Oh no.
Rob, tell us about Firefall because you are super into this, and I'm very curious because I have not actually played this game at all.
Well, you should.
Well, what's not to love? It's a MMO third person or first person shooter. There's 15 suits to choose from that you can arm yourself with, I guess.
You would consider those classes, though.
Yeah, they're kind of like classes. Well, only 10 of them are locked, so you have to do the other 5 before you can get into the other 10, which kind of sucks. But everything takes time, grinding and whatnot. You run around, and it's a sandbox game, so you just do whatever. There's points on the map you can pick. You can go kill bad guys, or you can go thump for minerals. And thumping for
I have a
minerals
question.
is yes.
You said it's a sandbox map. Does that mean you get to make sand castles?
Sure, Gary.
There is a beach.
There
It's
is much
all
beach. There's a lot of beach. There's a lot of beach.
So
It's a
I'm
bunch of
curious.
beaches.
You're saying it's an MMO FPS. Is it anything like PlanetSide 2? Have you played that?
I have. It's actually not anything like PlanetSide 2. PlanetSide 2 is really level based, and
Takes
this
itself
is
more
not.
seriously.
Yeah, it takes itself a lot more seriously. This game is, to me, it's just more about having fun and doing whatever you feel like doing. So you can go into the map and you can say there's a crashed thumper somewhere. You can go fix it, or you can go PvP, or you can do whatever you want. There's
Now
random
open up
invasions.
esports for Firefall PvP as well.
Yep.
That was
Really?
a big thing. Yeah, that just happened this week.
Huh.
And what
Rob,
is-
I
It's
got a
like a
quick
new
question.
event.
I
So,
actually
Rob.
had a. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Nunu
Yeah.
has a question. Nunu.
Really quickly. So is this, because I really don't know anything about it, is it equivalent to being like WoW with guns, or is it more
No.
comparable to like
Well,
what you
it
were
is
saying,
a first-person
PlanetSide 2?
shooter. It is a first-person
It's
shooter,
like
correct?
Sandbox Global Agenda. And I miss
If
that
people
game.
don't know what Global Agenda is, it is just like a first-person shooter, but with lots of people.
Okay.
You only get, well, I take that back. There's 10 or 7 skills to choose from, but you can only have 5 at a time. And one of the 5 is like items and things like that. So like you'll have your 4 skills that actually do something, and then you'll have like your scan hammer where you can scan for minerals, so you can drop down your thumper and mine minerals and whatnot.
What is a
Goodbye,
thumper?
Cruel World.
A thumper is a big machine that falls out of the sky and steals minerals from the earth or planet, whatever you want to call it.
Steals it like a baby. With
Yes,
stealing from a baby.
like a baby
We
with
lost
candy.
Gary.
Yes.
And we lost Gary.
Thank
So-
God, no, I'm just kidding.
So, Brian, you've played this. What are your thoughts about it?
What, Firefall?
Yeah.
I played for maybe half an hour and was just like, yeah, I'm good.
When
Done.
when did you play?
Maybe a month ago? Something like that.
Okay, so
Because I don't know. I remember playing it like a year ago and thinking, yeah, no, I'm done. But
one
Yeah, I've
thing
been
started
working
up
on it for like
again,
7
and
years.
yeah, I started it up again, and I was like, oh my god, I love this game already.
One thing
Please-
about
please
this
don't cry
game
my heart into the dust.
is they really don't tell you what to do. There's a tiny tutorial on some stuff, but it's still really beta.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is open beta. So it's open beta right now. So there was
It's
an open beta weekend
now an open
just
beta,
happened.
yep.
Yes.
So anyone can go sign up for it right now.
Yep, and I
Yeah.
suggest you do it. It's actually a lot of fun.
Hasn't it been in open beta for like damn near 2 years now?
No, it's been in closed beta.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
But
yeah.
no, I've been involved in beta for like 2 years. I looked at my account. I was like, oh, that's been a while
Oh,
since
wow.
I paid attention. But yeah, no, it's been beta for a long time. It's changed a lot because they do take into account pretty much all the information that and feedback that you give them. I think that's
Yeah, they
probably
do a
not
really good job.
necessarily to their credit in coming out with something quickly, but it definitely helps with quality.
I mean, I hate to say it, but when I interviewed them, well, I didn't actually do the interview, but I was there for the interview at PAX East this year. You can just tell that the devs are kind of like sad with what they've come up with, and they just you can
Oh.
just tell in their demeanor that they feel like they've kind of failed.
Well, it's
And
not
it's a sad
WoW,
sight.
and most of what they've been culled from Blizzard, right? I'm pretty sure the entire studio has essentially been taken out of Blizzard, and it's not Blizzard.
I feel like that's
But-
the case for so many games right now.
Yeah, Blizzard is so
Mhm.
huge.
Very
That
true.
happens a
Employees.
lot. It almost
Well-
doesn't mean anything anymore.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It really doesn't mean a whole lot. The game itself is good as long as they keep working on it and adding to the game. Like they don't have player-to-player transactions yet. There's no trading in the game. There's a marketplace, but there's no trading. So once they put things like that back into the game, I think the game will be really good.
Have
I
they
just feel like they've been
mentioned-
developing it for 7 years. How do they not have trade yet?
Have they mentioned anything
Well-
about what the payment model is going to be? Is it going to be subscription or
Oh, it's gonna be
free to
free
play?
to pay.
I think it's free to play. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be free to play. Their cash shop goes straight to free to play. Just how it's
But
presented.
yeah, they're definitely pushing their starter kits
starter
and their
packs.
yeah. And I think it's probably gonna do like a sort of booster system.
Okay,
Personally,
gotcha.
for
That'll be,
me,
like,
I am going to
kinda-
definitely buy one of those starter packs because
Yeah, I have one of the original Founders packs, which is one of the things that got people so mad, actually.
the
because-
starter packs are cool.
Yeah, the starter packs, but they were almost like the Founders packs, except different. So at the same time, they were better and worse. And some people dropped top dollar on these. You could buy $100 like a Founders pack.
What
And
was,
yet-
what was the difference?
Let's see. I have it open. So you got stuff. Like you get a shiny hat and a poster and permanent 15% experience bonus, a name reserved, armor reserved, and a shiny vehicle. And some
Okay.
decals and money. But the starter packs, I think the new $100 one comes with all the unlocks, all the class unlocks for the battle frames. And
Let me stop you for a second. It says that you can unlock all the battle frames, but they don't actually give you the battle frames. They give you the money for it.
cool. Yeah, so you can unlock any 10, pilot tokens.
Yeah, they
And-
give you the red 5 coins for it, so you could technically not use them on that.
Well, no, they're not red beans, they're pilot tokens. So that's something different.
But
That
you
can
could
only
spend-
be used towards battle frames, I would think.
But are you sure they give you the pilot tokens? 'Cause
Yeah,
I remember seeing.
it says on the page, receive 100
Oh,
pilot
okay.
tokens, and then also 250 red beans, which is their in-game currency.
Gotcha.
So yeah, at the same time, you get shiny things, but not the same shiny things. And a lot of people who spent $100 are like, well, we want that.
$100 is a
Yeah.
lot to spend right off the bat.
Exactly, and you don't want to spend another $100 because that's what a lot of people would like to do, but that's just a lot of money for
Well-
a game that's free.
Those people that bought the founders packs probably already have a pretty good unlock system. I mean, they've been playing it since it was closed beta.
Well, closed beta only ended a week ago. You can buy them up until a week ago, and then the next day they came out with new packs.
Did they wipe the closed beta though?
No,
So everybody that was playing in closed beta started in open beta and still had all their stuff.
probably, but I started up my character a week before, maybe a day before my the closed beta started. And if I'd bought $100 pack, I would still be pissed.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's just, to me, that is so much money to drop on one game right off the bat too. Seems
It is a large amount of cash.
Yeah.
For a
It
brand new
dropped
game.
down to 25% off during packs. Just saying.
Ooh, $75.
I know.
Ooh, fantastic. Well, I think that we're gonna move
Worth it
on
now.
and kind of keeping on the MMO theme. Apparently, there's a Neverwinter expansion coming out.
Already?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
On
Free
the
upgrade.
22nd.
Yeah,
Wow.
they
That
already,
was fast.
Fury of the Feywild.
Yep.
yeah, they're already releasing starter packs for it, which is kind of lame, but
Yeah, it seems like there's a couple of starter packs. One is called the Knight of the Feywild, the Feywild starter pack. I think actually those are the only two, but they kind of come with a couple little perks, like a unique race, a unique mount, a unique unicorn mount, I will add.
no.
Because everyone loves unicorns, especially Riley.
Except for Gary, apparently.
And then Astral Diamonds, like
I
a
don't
crap
just
ton
love
of
any
them.
unicorn. I love my unicorn. Thank you.
Okay. And then there's stuff like extra companion and specific Feywild ring, specific bag, pack of items as well. Who here actually plays Neverwinter?
I do, actually. But, well, not currently.
So
Yeah, I
is
made it
this-
for 2 weeks,
mainly
maybe.
Because,
I don't, honestly.
Mainly because the endgame content right now kind of sucks. There's not much endgame content to do. It's either PvP or do some dungeons.
Well, that's
Yeah.
because they put a huge emphasis on the player-created and end-game content, right? I mean,
Yes.
and so there's not
no.
much of it yet.
But the player-created content isn't all that good for the most part. I mean, some of it's really good, but the way they kind of made the forge is what they call it.
Yeah.
You don't get to do everything that you would be able to do with a developer kit, you know? So obviously they're not as good as the content that Neverwinter's going to come out with.
Honestly, when I was hearing about Neverwinter, it just didn't seem that appealing to me. Like, it didn't seem like it offered anything super unique or interesting.
Well, the game itself is good.
Is it?
They got a good base for a game, but they're having so many problems with coming out with new classes. Like, there's only 5 classes to play, and it's based off of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
So,
well, it is an Neverwinter
what the
game.
fuck?
And the mage caster or whatever it was, what's the name of that class? Just
The
kicked the shit out
control
of
wizard?
everything. Yeah, they just demolished everything. It was ridiculous.
Well, they still do, but they did a recent pretty big patch, and they kind of fixed a lot of stuff. Like, for example, the clerics were basically tanks, and they fixed that because they were just aggro whores the whole time, and it sucked. It was horrible. It made tanks useless. So they did a lot of fixing on that kind of stuff, but they don't have like a ranger class or a druid or anything. There's like 2 warrior classes. There's a wizard and a rogue and a cleric.
It sounds
Yeah.
like very bare bones D&D.
It is.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Doesn't D&D usually have like 25 different classes or
Oh,
whatever?
there's tons, especially, I don't know who actually plays D&D, but if you go all the way up to 4.0, there's so many different new classes, and it's a little disappointing that the Neverwinter name is, like, it's not getting as much good stuff. There was Neverwinter Nights back in the day, which was amazing.
I
I never
The
got to
biggest
play that.
problem for me was they keep promising new classes and keep pulling it back. Or pushing it back, I should say. They were supposed to release a class with the last patch that had the PvP patch or whatever, and it never happened. They're pushing it back to December timeframe or something like that.
Well, we'll see what happens with that then. Anyways, so I guess we can move on to another topic. Riley has not been talking nearly enough, so Riley, why don't
MMOs are not my thing, honestly.
Riley, why don't you tell us about Secret of the Magic Crystal?
Oh my god.
Because this
Oh
is
my
a
God,
game
what do
I
you-
literally just found out about this a half an
Yeah.
hour ago because Riley shouted into Mumble, "Jay, you need to find out about this game immediately."
And buy
Yup.
it.
And I immediately
buy
bought
it.
it and downloaded it, and it is currently sitting. I'm looking at Steam right now, and there's a play button. And if I were not doing a podcast, I would be clicking this play button. So
Yeah,
Riley,
you would.
please tell everybody, because everyone needs to know about Secret of the Magic Crystals.
Pretty much, it is a game on Steam right now that is on sale for $1.24. For a mere $1.24, you can go on a magical journey with a unicorn.
And
now,
then breed
you will
them.
raise,
Look
you
at
will
that sales
raise this
pitch.
unicorn. You'll raise this unicorn from a baby, and then you will be able to train it so that you can enter it into events, and then take it on a magical journey. And all of this can be done while also breeding your horse and thus making better unicorns.
This is only $1.24, folks. $1.24. That's all you need, folks.
$1.24.
Go
This
into
is
your-
all it requires to get to become a part of the greatest
Go to your
movement.
couch right now. Go to your couch, dig around, and find a $1.24 and buy this game.
It's just if you can just reach down inside and muster up the
unicorn talk.
courage to go purchase this game.
Oh, and we
Okay,
have Gary.
all right. So
Gary,
Alright,
we're
so
talking about your
Riley, are you sure that you're not the Michael Jackson from that South Park episode where he wants to be a little girl?
What?
There is an episode of
What?
South Park where Michael Jackson would like to be a little girl, and I have a feeling that's what you want to be right now.
Nah,
That's probably
I'm
what
just
it is.
channeling. I just truly believe that this is probably the greatest game I've ever played.
So, actually, tell us a little bit about the game.
Pretty much, it is literally what I told you is what it pretty much
It looks
is.
like Nintendogs
It's kind of a bunch of crappy mini games with where you're raising a unicorn. It is a rated EC, an educational game, which I don't really know how this game is educational, but it's like it's nothing incredible, honestly. But for the graphical
don't
settings,
sell it short. It is incredible. Okay,
hold on. Let me actually start. Hold on. There is actual graphical settings for this. Let me tell you what they are. I gotta start it up, so just give me 1 second.
Just by the way, EC stands for early childhood.
Hey, don't be a hater, all right? Don't be a hater.
I'm sorry, I'm hating.
See,
man.
this game has real-time weather and season changing.
Oh my
Over
God.
700 items to decorate your stable, 30 kinds of magical potions, and 30 kinds of magical horseshoes for your 5 different fantasy horses, including a fire unicorn.
Isn't that called a nightmare?
Spectacular.
I'm pretty
You
excited
essentially
about a
can
fire
create
unicorn.
the 4 horsemen.
You basically
But
can.
no, like okay, so the graphical settings go from the highest graphical setting is fantastic, and then the one right under that is beautiful.
Yes! This game is everything I want it to be.
I know.
Easily
thank
understood
you.
by little children.
Oh God, it's like how do you? I want it to look beautiful, yay! And it's like God, it's
No,
it
own
is
it.
magical.
Own
This-
it.
And even Stephanie, as soon as I said you get to raise a unicorn, when I told her about this right before the podcast, she immediately was like, she got to this high pitched like
Happy.
squealing talk.
Hey, I got into my happy face. That's
It's-
all we're gonna say about
She
this.
squeed.
She
She
managed
squeed.
to go down and remember when she was a small child, her one dream in life was to have a unicorn and go on a magic adventure with it.
Dude, small
Now your
child.
dreams come true.
That is my dream right now. I don't know what you're talking about. Small child
we
nonsense.
need to ride our unicorns off in the sunset, Jay.
Absolutely, I will totally
Okay.
do that. So this
All
game
right,
actually.
we're streaming that.
Ex-
We're gonna
so-
stream that now.
So expect a video review with me, Jay, and Stephanie coming up here at some point.
100%. So this game actually came out in 2010, early 2010. I don't know why we're just finding out about it now, but it looks hysterical. If you're keen, if you happen to speak French, German, or Spanish, you can get it in those languages as well.
Yeah.
So
Let me just address the audience here real quick. Yes, we are talking about unicorns.
we are
Yeah.
grown up people, I suppose. People.
Grown-up men and one woman.
And one
One
woman.
I don't count. Honestly, I can like unicorns.
Are
And
we not?
one
Are we
Asian
sure
woman.
Riley's
Very
not
true.
a woman?
I could be.
I will verify.
Oh.
He is the manliest
my.
man. Sorry.
Technically, none of you have ever seen my face, so for all
Oh,
you know...
I have. Well, as long
Well,
as
no-
I've seen your Facebook face, but whatever.
Oh, you have? Really? Oh, okay.
Face
So what else do
patrol.
we got? What else do we got?
So Jay's a stalker.
Besides unicorns.
Anyways, alright,
I'm
so
done with
obviously
unicorns.
some people are not into the unicorns. Whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, those
Oh.
guys
Did we
are
talk about
jerks.
unicorn spaceships?
I believe that Rob wanted to talk about Dawn Game,
You know
which
what?
is currently in closed beta.
You know what? I will buy the unicorn game.
Will.
Yeah!
and play it with you. Okay?
Thank you, Rob.
Oh!
Thank you, Rob. It's not multiplayer, but I appreciate the sentiment.
We will go.
Enlisting more.
We'll stream it. We'll
Dude,
stream
the
it.
people at whatever company it is suddenly going to be like, oh, where's all this money coming from? Just
A whole
$6 of it?
$6.
dude, 6 people just bought it in the last hour. What's happening? This has never happened.
Yes!
I got it. We'll go on. We'll stream it, and we'll just like get in mumble, and we'll talk about it the whole time, and like
Oh, absolutely.
And
100%.
Jay
We'll
will
do
piss
it.
in his pants.
My unicorn fights
I will.
glitter.
I will. Unicorns. It'll just be
All right,
unicorns
so-
and Kesha, and it'll be wonderful.
I guess I'm gonna
Sparkly
talk
jizz.
some more about Dawngate.
Yes, Rob, tell us about Dawngate, because you have played Dawngate, correct? You were in the
I
closed
am
beta?
in the beta. I'm in the closed beta. They have it every Friday and Saturday.
You lucky
Um,
son of a bitch. Tell us about it.
I was trying to get some keys for our viewers, but that didn't
couldn't
happen.
do it.
And they
Screw
they
the
never-
viewers. Get a key for me.
Well, anyways,
Wow.
the game is really cool. It's
It's a MOBA,
basically,
right?
yeah, it's a MOBA. It's basically a lot like League of Legends and Han and all those other MOBAs, except for the map it's like 2 lanes with a huge jungle in it, and it has the same kind of buff system as League of Legends. So there's a blue buff, a red buff, but there's more buffs. So I haven't quite figured it out yet. There's only, I want to say 14 shapers is what they call the champions. And from what I've played, it's actually really fun.
So is it 5-on-5 like normal MOBAs?
Yeah, it's 5-on-5. And
So then how
they
exactly is it any different than any other Dota?
See, that's the thing. You kind of have to play the game to feel the difference. The way the game plays is completely different from any other MOBA I've ever played. It's its own game.
Well, could you describe how or why?
Like, are
'Cause
the
that's
controls the
really
same?
obscure. Yeah.
The controls, yeah. See,
so
it's hard. It's hard for me to do that.
abilities. There are 4 abilities, right?
Yeah. Well, everybody gets a ward automatically. It's on a cooldown timer. There's 3 different shaper abilities. One at 10, one at 20, and one at what I don't remember the cap on the levels is, or one at 15 and one at 20 or something like that. So you get 3 shaper abilities instead of like 2 summoner abilities like on LoL, and you kind of pick them as you play instead of picking them before the game starts. So that's a big difference from most MOBAs.
What do you
And
mean
then-
pick them as you play? Could you elaborate on that?
And so, are you
As you
punching
level up
your
your-
keyboard?
As you
No,
level up your shaper,
Riley
you
Ah.
you get to pick your skill. So when you hit level 10 on your shaper in game, you get to pick. Or I lied. It's
Sorry,
level 0, level
really-
0, and then level 10, and then level 20. That's how it works.
Sorry if my mic was cutting in and
So it's
out.
kinda
I
like
thought
your-
when I was typing somewhere else it wasn't gonna go into this, but I'll
No
change
worries.
that. Sorry.
No worries.
So like for example, when you go on LoL, you get to pick like your summoner skills like Ignite and Flash and all that crap. If you've ever played a MOBA,
Mhm.
it's the same idea except for you do it while you're in the game. So when you start the game, you get to pick your first one. When you get to level 10, you get to pick your second one. When you get to level 20, you get to pick your third one. So you
Okay,
get 3 of them instead of
interesting.
2, which is really cool. The ward system is everybody gets a ward and it's just on a cooldown instead of having to buy them. The targeting system and the way they use the skills is a little bit. It feels a little bit different, but I wouldn't know how to explain that. The map is freaking crazy though. It's completely different from any other map I've played.
So basically, it's if you're bored of League of Legends, check out Dawngate.
Kind of. I would check it out anyways.
Yeah.
I have been friends with too many
on
LOL
the
players
subject
to think that
of
they'll
MOBA.
ever get bored of LOL. You're
on
talking
the
crazy.
subject of
One
MOBAs.
day.
But yeah, on the subject of MOBAs, apply for the Infinity Crisis beta.
Don't do it.
Why?
I fucking hate that game.
Why?
There's just so many
Are we
things
even
wrong
allowed
with it.
to
I can't
speak
even
about
start.
it? Are we even allowed
That's
to speak
the
about it?
superhero MOBA, correct?
It's
Yeah.
a good idea, but they made the combat system where you use an ability, it ends up using it where your mouse is instead of like you clicking the ground or clicking a player or whatever. So like as soon as you use ability, it's always where your mouse is. It's really annoying.
Wait, are we talking about that new superhero MOBA? Because
Yeah.
I want to pay $200 and something to unlock all these characters.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
It looks interesting, and they're bringing a lot of characters that like from different universes of one character. Like there are multiple Batmans, including Gaslight Batman, which is the steampunk Batman, which I would be stoked about because I think that is amazing and awesome.
I mean,
But,
it's a really cool idea, but I don't think they're going about it right.
Well, that's depressing.
This is my opinion. I mean, other people will probably have to play it and be like, "Oh my god, this game's awesome." I'll be like, "No, it's not. Shut up."
I mean, to be fair,
But what if I
a lot
say,
of MOBAs.
oh my god, this is awesome right now?
Well, to be fair, a lot of MOBAs have to compete with Dota 2 and League of Legends. Those are the two all-star MOBA games. They're extremely well polished at this point. They're very, very good and very fun. And it's really hard for other MOBAs to compete.
Speaking of other MOBAs, do you remember the game, the End of Nations?
Oh yeah, they just went MOBA.
I just got the beta invite and I logged on. It's weird. That's all I can say. It's weird.
Yeah, weren't they originally an MMO?
It's like you're controlling units along with your champion, I guess.
Ooh, that's unique.
So
yeah,
basically, you're controlling the minions.
Kinda, yeah.
Huh.
So they kind of took it the same way as the game was going, I guess, and just turned it into a MOBA.
Well, if I remember
Your minions
correctly,
have decided to kill you.
it's still alpha phase, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so still we'll see how it goes. I honestly did not play, well, I mean, I don't know much about End of Nations to begin with, but that'd be interesting.
I can't really say much about it because, for one, I haven't played it too much, but for two, it's in alpha, so I can't say anything about it. But
Well,
far,
then way to
it's
bring up something
strange.
you can't talk about.
Hey guys, there's this real cool thing that I'm playing right now, but I can't talk about it, so
I just
sorry.
thought I would mention that it just got in alpha.
Anyways,
and they changed it completely.
We'll bring it back to Dawngate real quick. So you can register for the beta. It's very easy to do. You literally just have to have an Origin account, and you can sign up for it. Super, super easy, and you can just get into that, test it out. I mean,
It's an EA game.
Oh, if you want a key for Dawngate, make sure you watch their streams. I don't remember when they do them because I think it's kind of random. But they do give out master keys on their streams, so like 500 beta keys at a time.
Really?
So try to pick one of those up.
Yeah, because it's very easy to sign up for. The site's really keyed to that. It's not really the website. It's waystonegames.com, and it's really not that informative, to be honest. What the actual game is. Yeah, it's just kind of a register for the beta, a giant button for that, and that's about it. There's not much about the game.
Yeah, it was hard to get in touch with them to do anything. I was trying to email them and everything. They're like, screw you, guy.
Oh.
Yeah,
Screw
guy.
you, guy. Speaking of MOBAs, that
You're
LOL
right.
thing.
That lol thing.
That LOL thing.
That lol thing.
Lol.
So,
I'm an athlete
lol.
now.
that. If
I
people
wanna
do
be an
not
athlete.
know, League of Legends has been officially recognized by U.S. immigration as a sport, not just an esport. Now, the reason for this was to actually make it easier for foreign players to get visas to the United States, because athletes get an easier process. But it's kind of been stirring people up because it's like esports is a real sport. What's up with that?
I think it is a real sport. If you take your life and dedicate to some competitive natured event, it's a sport. I mean, what else do you
I can
want?
See that. I just wish
So does that
this
make
would
us share
happen for
athletes?
games that I care about.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
That's
I
all.
play LOL, but I don't play LOL. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't either. I just watch the tournaments because I find it entertaining, especially when football's not in season.
I demand a Dark Souls PvP one.
Oh god.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I could see. Go ahead.
Oh, I am a League of Legends player a lot, and I pay attention to the competitive scene. I think it's really interesting. And it's honestly surprising that this was the game that kind of was the last straw on the camel's back. I would have thought that it would have been StarCraft 2, to be honest.
No, it's because of the numbers of viewers. There was 160,000 people watching the live stream matches. Like,
Yep.
that's legit,
And
full
that's
blown traffic.
And that's concurrent viewers. Over the course of a weekend, big tournaments have drawn up to 2 million viewers, which is insane.
And then that's not including. Then there's the YouTube uploads, and those sit there forever, and they get hundreds of thousands of views. It all adds up. It's a big market.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
like Twitch TV as well has been massive.
Yeah.
You know, I'm kind of surprised that World of Warcraft didn't get into the competitive scene with their PvP matches.
And WoW is a little
World of Warcraft
difficult
design.
to add to that.
It's kind of
They-
unpredictable at times, though.
They were
Right, like the team
trying for a
comps.
while.
It's because the team compositions are so unbalanced that when you get to the point where you're like 2600 rated, which makes you like top in the world, there's only but so many combinations of classes that actually make it there. And I feel like League is so much more balanced in that sense that, you know, God, how many champions are there? And they all have their
there's
unique
over-
styles, and you can
over
make whatever
100 at this point.
yeah, and you can
Yeah,
make whatever
that makes more
combination you
sense.
want, and it's just, you know, like in the pro matches, you can pull out a champion combination that nobody's ever seen before, and you will have a chance because you'll freak people out. They won't know what to expect from it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, at
I
this
would
point,
really
there.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Well, I'm just gonna say that there are 114 currently released champions, and another one will be released within the next week or two.
Goddamn.
Yeah. I would really love to see Firefall get into the esports too, just because the
They're
PvP
trying
is
to
fun.
do that. Yeah,
Didn't
they
PlanetSide just get into it?
They just tried to bring
I don't
Firefall earlier this week into esports. They're trying to revolutionize the world.
The only problem is it's so buggy right now. I don't think they'll be
Yeah.
able to.
Well, Firefall
I
is still in
mean,
beta.
they tried the same thing with like tribes, and
Right.
you know that stopped getting updates. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, the PvP on Firefall is really good in my opinion. They did a really good job on balancing everything and making sure when you go into a match, everything's scaled correctly, stuff like that.
Yeah, Firefall is still in beta, so we'll have to see how that pans out. I would love to see that be a new addition to the esports scene.
See,
It's gonna be
Still
in the
never
Olympics.
touch LOL.
no, it probably won't, but
Esports Olympics, yes.
I mean, League is still one of the biggest games in the world right now.
I think it might be one of the biggest games of all time.
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure the only game that actually tops it at the moment is World of Tanks. Which I
That's
Yeah,
an
know.
well,
adorable game.
But that's a bullshit number. They say they have 60 million users. Obviously, they have that many people signed up, but that does not mean that there's 30
Well-
million people playing in a month.
The thing is
Okay,
that it's
so,
a lot of
World of
not-
Warcraft.
Yeah, well, sorry. The thing with World of Tanks, sorry, I just need to say this. The thing about World of Tanks is it's all Russian players, is the thing. It's all Russians. It's like no English, no American or UK people. It's all Russian.
I haven't noticed that. Well, it's a Russian company.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge in Russia, apparently. It's absolutely massive. They have literally the biggest servers in the world for that game, and it's
That's
insane.
crazy.
But that's totally off topic. Sorry, let's get back
They're
to
training their
esports.
soldiers. Oh no!
Well, there's a lot of Americans playing too. I've seen them. They're all on my friends list playing World of Tanks.
World of Warcraft, go!
I seen it.
Well, guess what?
Seen it.
World of Warplanes was a ton of fun. I played it at E3. That was some good fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, legit dogfights.
Nobody wants to talk about that.
For a
Yeah,
second, I had to
anyway.
wonder whether or not groupies are plastic. I was like, "That's a thing? Are you serious? That's a thing?"
Yeah,
I mean-
I heard about that. I heard it was cool.
But
Indeed.
I have to say, I believe you. So I guess it must be a thing.
I think Curse had a beta giveaway for that not that long ago. I don't remember.
Probably.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, Will, what we got next?
So next on the list, I think one thing we can go back to talk about. We'll go back to Steam because right now is the Steam summer sale, and that's kind of a huge thing right now. So I did want to touch on that.
It's kind of a big
It's
deal.
the best time
Yeah.
of the year.
I don't buy
Something
anything on
like
Steam.
that.
So there's two things I want to touch on. The second one is going to be Steam trading cards, which we'll get to in a second. But first of all, I want to know what is I don't know, like the most fun thing you've bought or the most surprising purchase you've made, or honestly, how much money have you spent so far on Steam?
$0.
$0
Honestly,
from Nunu.
I
Wow.
didn't like
Wow.
Magicka
That's what I get for
much.
being a console gamer.
That's because you
don't-
didn't play
you
it with
have to
anybody.
you have to play it in a group. I think
Yeah,
I hated it.
peasant.
I think I hated it like in
Magicka?
1 to 2 people.
Well, yeah,
games.
for Magicka,
Yeah.
so I started playing Magicka, right? And you know that puts you through that tutorial and you drop through the floor from your
Yeah.
party?
Mhm.
Okay, so
I
I
couldn't
get
get through the
down
rope.
there. Yeah, see, it glitched out immediately, and that was not you not knowing how to play. That was the game glitched.
Yeah,
Yes.
I did that in demo. I was like, wait, it must be broken. I'll buy
It
the
is.
game because clearly, this completely makes sense. And you know,
That is the worst
I
logic.
couldn't get through it
Yep.
in the game, but now
Skipped
I've
it.
learned. Now I've learned. I just
I know
need
how
a
to get through
different
the whole
suit.
thing. I've never had a problem, so screw you.
My first character came with a stick and no sword, and you
You have to
have
go
to
get
cut
the
the
sword.
rope.
Wow.
I couldn't pick up the sword.
Yeah, it
Pick up
wouldn't
the
let you.
I
fucking
could
sword.
only pick
It
up
was
the
a
stick.
bug. It wouldn't let you
Pick up
do
the
it.
fucking sword, okay? Just pick it up.
Yeah,
Okay,
sometimes,
that's it.
Sometimes it works.
Roth, we're gonna have to
And
play
it's not
after
good.
this. I'm gonna stream some Magicka because
I
All
own
right.
Magicka,
you're
but
playing.
I
I,
have
don't
not
give a choice.
played.
You don't have a choice, okay?
Well, yeah, so
Do
I
I have a
picked,
choice?
picked up Magicka, and it was alright. I haven't played a multiplayer yet, so that's probably why. I picked up Dust and Elysian Tale, something like that. It's like a JRPG, like platformer mix. It's
I
pretty
was
cool.
gonna ask you what I was gonna be.
No, Dust is very much I've actually played it. It's
Riley.
really good.
Riley, hold on.
What?
He just said two game names at the same time. He said
Oh.
Dust and something else. He was talking about the second game.
No,
My bad.
No, it's Dust
it's
Elysium something.
Dust.
It's one title.
what?
colon
Is it really?
Dust colon and AN Elysian Tale.
That's
Ah,
right.
suck it, Gary. Okay,
So,
so pretty much, no, it's really well done. It's kind of I hate having to use this term because it's used so much, but Metroidvania, it kind of has that sort of feel. You can level
What
up.
the fuck does that mean?
Have you
I
ever
don't
played a
know.
Metroid
Metroidvania.
or Castlevania game?
Yeah, I was about to say it's those two.
It's
I've never
all
played
that.
either,
Okay.
but I know
It's
that
pretty
reference.
simple, yeah.
If
I've
you
never
think
played
that term
that type
before.
of gameplay, that's the way the levels as well as the environment is sort of set up. It's like side-scrolling, but yeah.
side-scrolling jump shoot.
No,
Backtracking,
except
kinda.
you actually use swords. It's actually really smooth and really good feeling. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
I can see how some people are put off by the look of the whole furry sort of thing going on with
It is
like the
kind of
animals.
corny.
But the story behind it is actually very sincere, and it actually talks about like genocide, honestly. So, and in a very serious tone. So, I would really say, if you have, I believe it's $5, get it. It's really
Yeah.
worthwhile. It's worth playing. It's well put together. It was made by one dude, by the way.
Really? I didn't know that. That's
That
One
is
guy.
Yeah, that I knew.
insane.
I read the description. That's as
Yeah,
far as
It's
I
actually-
But
One guy did everything for that game pretty much. I'm pretty sure he might have gotten little bits of help from the side, but like this was
he
his
did the whole thing, yeah.
child. Yeah, like he made this thing from scratch.
He
And
did a
It's actually pretty
spectacular job.
$30.
It's pretty
Especially-
incredible. Check it out.
What I
Considering
wanna
how
say
good
about
the
the-
graphics are, too. Sorry, go
What I
for
want to
it.
say about the story is that, okay, so in Magicka, like to compare how the stories work in both. So Magicka, the story is
story in
like
Magicka.
extremely corny and just kind of like just stupid, and you can blatantly tell that it's like, you know, a group of indie guys that were just screwing around and they didn't care about the story, they were just making the game.
I'm pretty
But
sure
for
it was
Dust-
students, actually.
Well, you see, I mean, that's where it kind of comes out. It makes plays on all kinds of old games, and it's just the corniest thing you've ever seen. But for Dust, like, you can tell, you know, it's kind of corny, but he pulls it off so well. Like, I can get into the story, I can follow the story, and I enjoy the story. I'm not even far into the game, and I'm already invested, and I want to know what that one girl on the top of the hill has to say. Like, I can't get her to talk more. and I
Well,
want to hear what she's
spoilers,
got to
man,
say.
Well,
spoilers.
I'm not even going
He's
into
banging his desk.
spoilers, but
Yes.
it's like one of the things that is really interesting about it is because they start going into like stereotypical, like your character doesn't remember something, it doesn't remember a lot of his past. Suddenly there's this magical flying sword that's like, dude, you gotta go do stuff, and he's like, what? But as it goes along, you actually, like, the first boss that you encounter, you have a very interesting and very serious conversation with him that actually, like, starts making you think about this game in a whole different light than, hey, this is kind of, you know, a fun, just side-scrolling fighting game. You know, it really starts, like, you start noticing other things and you start paying attention to a lot of the story in a different way. It's really well done. Again, highly recommend it.
Yeah.
It does look good. I'm watching the video for it right
So
now.
are
It looks
you
like a lot
saying
of
it's an
fun.
educational game?
It reminds
as
me of the story
educational
of Final
as
Fantasy
the
VII.
freaking secret of the magic crystals.
Super educational.
Spaceship unicorn?
Totally
Yes.
just bought that.
Oh,
Good.
thank you.
Thank God.
Now we
Yes.
just need tanker
Well,
balls to do it.
So
I will.
Stephanie, what else have you bought on Steam during the Steam sale?
Goodness, I'll have to look that up. I finally bought
So-
Dishonored.
I did
Because
too. I'm
I
pumped
was
about
pretty
that.
I was pretty excited to get that game because I've been wanting it for a while. I was thinking about buying Remember Me, but you know, I don't
probably
play
better you didn't.
games. I don't play games, at least not until it goes to like what $2 sales like Deus Ex. Did you see how low Deus Ex, like it's like on for like $3 right now?
I thought it was
Yeah.
going. Yeah, I bought that game like the second I saw it. I was like, yes.
Right?
Yeah, Deus Ex is literally $2.99 on Steam right now.
Go buy it.
Insane. If you don't have it, go grab that.
Go learn your roots on how they originally put together friggin' RPG and first person shooters.
Yep.
Good lord. Like
So-
this and System Shock 2. System Shock 2 too. Do that.
Also there.
2-2?
So, Steph, you bought Dishonored. Did you get any of the DLC for it?
I bought all of them because this is what I do.
Good.
She buys all the
Absolutely.
things. All
I
the
also bought the
things.
final hours of Tomb Raider. You know,
Whoa.
since I like spending money on things that I only look at once.
So,
What do you mean the final
does
hours?
she die?
You know how they have those interactive books on Steam for some
Yeah.
of their games? Yeah, that's one of them.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
cool.
now
That's
I know
cool.
more about the backstory of this game that I really liked. Just saying. It's awesome. Bought more
Actually-
skins for it.
Actually, really quick, I just want to, for whoever is actually watching the stream right now, Bastion is currently on sale for about $2 and a nickel.
If you haven't played Bastion yet,
Who
you
doesn't
are
own
not
that
a
game?
gamer.
How do they
I
make
Yeah.
these
don't own it.
prices?
I don't own it.
I have no idea. Gary, you should go buy Bastion right now. It's amazing. Also,
Steam
Saints
will
Row
make
the
trash
Third.
again.
Saints Row the Third is on a flash sale, as is Fez, which is a game that I recently picked up, and I love Fez. I don't know if anyone has
Yeah.
played that. Oh my god!
I could
He's
give you
featured
the
in that movie.
hugest one spoiler for Fez right now.
You
Don't
do
do it.
not
ruin,
Don't do it.
ruin that
Spoil-
entire game for you.
Don't
Shut
do
the
Get a
it.
hat.
fuck up. You do
Okay.
I think
I've-
Shut your
It's got
mouth.
Mute him.
escalated
This
real
isn't a
fast.
Mute him.
spoiler. I'm gonna say this isn't a spoiler. Look closely. That's all I'm gonna say. Pay attention. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
So if people don't know what Fez is, Fez was one of the games that was featured in Indie Game the Movie alongside Super
Great
Meat Boy,
movie.
which is absolutely go
It
check
was.
that out. I'm pretty sure that's actually on Steam as well.
And
Possibly
on Netflix.
Yeah, also on Netflix. Possibly on sale right now. I have no idea. Indie Game the Movie is on sale for $3. Fantastic movie.
Yay.
Check it out. So Fez was the game, also made by only one guy, kind of like Dust Elysian Trail.
Well,
And-
it was two guys, and then there was this whole
Yeah, there's
legal
a- Yeah.
A lot
thing.
of
and-
drama with it.
Yeah.
Which you'll
Dragged
find
out like
out.
6 years.
In Indie Game the Movie, you'll find that out. Basically,
More
it's a
things I just bought.
2D platformer, but you get a magical Fez hat, which allows you to observe 3D, so you can swap around the dimensions. And it is so much fun. I was not expecting to have so much fun with this game, but I booted it up, and then 3 hours went by, and I realized, oh my god, I need to stop. I need to go to sleep. This game is insane.
Sleep
I
is
wonder
for
how
the
long
weak.
it actually ends up being, like the full gameplay length.
Trust me, the first time you play it, you are not going to see everything. It essentially has New Game Plus. You will not see everything. You will realize in playing that game a second time that you have missed like half of that game.
Really?
That's awesome.
Yes.
Only
I
half?
hate that.
Trust. No.
Well,
It's incredible because once you realize the thing that I am not telling you, your mind will literally explode and realize the insane amount of possibilities and things that you have missed in your first playthrough because you did not realize this one context clue.
Really?
This
Well, then.
one thing.
Well, I'm even more excited now because it's a really fun game. It's one of those games where you do something and then you realize, holy shit, I didn't even know I could do that. Like, just all these mechanics mesh together so well, and it's just a lot of fun, and I cannot recommend it enough. It's like both Mac and PC. It's $3. It's $10, but it's on sale because of Steam.
It's on sale right now. Flash sale, $5. Do it.
Yeah, I cannot recommend it enough. It's so much fun.
But we should move on.
We should probably move on. Sorry, I got really excited about Fez. Let's see. Rob, what have you bought on Steam so far?
I haven't bought anything actually. I'm gonna buy that unicorn game probably.
Yes, good.
I'm gonna
Well,
buy
I'm
this
so
Dolphin
excited.
now.
Other than that, I really don't have money to spend. So
We're the
One
Game
of
Skinny
us.
Girls.
One of us. One of us.
I was thinking about buying that Dust game too as well.
It's fun. It's worth it.
Yeah, it's totally worth it. Like, in all honesty, like pretty much every game that everyone's sort of mentioned at this point is very valid and really a good game that you should at least check out because for all things considered, even if one of them doesn't catch your attention, we've pretty much mentioned a game that has at least one thing you'll most likely like.
If
I know
it gets
Dave
in the way of
Ragnarok Online
Firefall, I'm
2.
not playing it.
Ragnarok Online 2 is on Steam.
And it's free, so it doesn't count. The one other
Whoa.
game I want to mention is Endless Space. If you ever played Civilization 5, how I want to describe the Endless Space is when you get to future tech and you just continue to get future tech over and over again, that's where Endless Space picks up. And it's way more complicated, but it's way more fun.
Huh.
I
I've-
hate endgame civ. I hate mid-game civ, to be fair. But like the beginning, I'm just like, oh yeah, that was like 4 hours. That happened. I love that game.
Civilizations has always been such a time sink. You sit down and you're
Yeah.
I know.
like
I
4
love that game.
hours,
I
4
love that
hours
game.
in, you're like, oh god,
Just
wait.
another turn. Just another
Just
turn.
another
Just one
turn.
more. Just one more. That's another game I picked up was Civ 5, and I'm pretty excited to get into that and lose
I
my
can't play
life.
games like that.
Great game.
It is.
You
I
will
love it.
completely lose your life. It's not even a matter of question.
It's not
Yeah.
exactly something we can stream, but I will definitely play it with you.
You
Forever.
know what?
Forever.
You know what's better
It'll last forever.
than Civ 5?
What's that,
Final
Gary?
Fantasy Tactics: War of the Lions.
So
Isn't that game like
actually,
15 years old?
Hey, it's still a great game. I started
yeah.
playing it again.
actually, Gary, we haven't addressed you. Have you bought anything off of Steam this sale?
Magica,
Magica?
and that's it.
That's it? Really?
Wow.
Big
Why
spender.
Why do I feel so?
I've
I
spent.
bought I've spent like $100-something
I've
already.
probably spent
Holy
$80.
shit.
I've probably spent $80 on
I've
everything
only spent like
so far.
25.
I spend my money on MMOs and console games, so yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
Gary.
really do.
And I was being thrifty. I was like, oh, I don't need this game.
And I
You
bought
gotta
a
get on
new-
the
I
Sick
have
train,
been
man.
very restrained, honestly. Very, very restrained.
After Steam Sale 2012, I was like, you know what, Self, you need to calm the F down. There's still games you have not played, so you need to chill out.
I bought
I don't know.
Gunpoint because that game's pretty rad.
Yeah, I suspect that I own like all the games.
I bet you I
all the
still
games.
spent more money than all of you combined in the past week.
What did you buy?
Uh,
A
you
$2,000 computer.
Yes, I did buy a $2,000
Holy
computer.
fuck.
Oh, wow.
Maybe it will work this time.
Yeah.
Yes,
Ooh.
it's
Alright.
on the test bench right now, actually.
So
Yeah.
we've
How about
covered.
Nunu?
Well,
Has
Nunu
he-
hasn't bought anything on
Really?
Steam.
He's not a
correct?
steamer. He's not a
Yeah, I
steamer.
don't. I'm actually gonna buy that unicorn game in Fez, and that's probably it.
Yes, fantastic. So I was gonna
Aw.
say, because we've kind of all of us Steam users have gone about what we're gonna be playing. Well, assumedly what we're gonna be playing. So Nunu and Rob, how about what are you guys gonna be playing this weekend?
I've put about like 10 to 15 hours, I'd say, in a Nino Kuni right now. So I
Yay!
know that's like the only game I'm playing.
Okay, and how about you, Rob?
Probably gonna play Firefall and let's see. I don't know. Unicorns.
Unicorn.
Yeah, you better
Play
believe you're
Final
playing
Fantasy
some
Tactics.
unicorns.
I'm
I
pretty
probably-
sure.
Final Fantasy Tactics.
Is the Final
Unicorns.
Fantasy still in beta? Like, is it open right now?
Oh no, that's shut down. By the way, news for everyone who doesn't know: Final Fantasy 14 beta is down until Phase 4 now, as well as the Lodestone beta,
Oh. I didn't really play
which
much,
is
but...
I missed my chance.
unannounced.
Oh,
Progress.
Dawngate. I'm gonna be playing Dawngate this weekend.
Oh,
Every
I wanna
time
go
you
over what
say
I'm
it, I
playing
think
this
of
weekend.
Dawn Guard, which I totally also bought, I think.
how do you not
Skyrim,
remember what you bought?
because I buy so much. You don't understand.
Steam sales are a slippery slope for
Yes,
non-Steam
into bankruptcy.
users. Oh
Yeah.
my
No,
god.
no, it's Steam hoarding. They're gonna eventually, like, we need to create, like, a show, like, for hoarders, a spin-off, and it's, like, Steam hoarders.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
It's just like,
you
I
would
just
not.
need this one more game. I need this one more game, and then I'll be happy. It's like, don't do it, man. Don't do it. And it's like, but my credit card's already in there. I just have to click yes. I just have to click yes. It's like, no, man,
That,
please.
yeah, that's
You're ripping our
essentially
family
me.
apart.
I know this feeling all
Like
too well.
they didn't do it this
Hey,
year that
Steph, I
much.
gotta-
But last year
Mhm.
they had so many bundles on Steam, and it was absurd because you would just get
Yeah.
like 6 games that you would never play, but the one game that you would play, and you're like, well, crap, now
You
I have
paid
these 6
regular
other
price
games.
for it.
Yup. Absurd.
I got a deal for you, Steph. Just give me all the money that you would give Steam, and then you'll feel better.
Oh my goodness. Have you
Yeah.
ever tried Steam Calculator when it was actually functioning? I think
What's that?
it basically calculates the how much your Steam account is worth.
Oh,
So they'll go
God.
through all your games and they'll basically take all the retail prices of it, which, you know, nobody ever pays. But I was just like, I looked at that, I was like, oh, I've already passed like $2,500 on my account, and that's not even counting like
Whoa!
DLCs or anything. I was like,
Whoa!
if this happened,
Rape.
I am an idiot. I did buy something else on Steam.
Oh yeah.
Final
What'd you buy?
Fantasy 7
Oh
oh
yeah.
yeah, you did.
at retail
I'm very
price.
sad that that does not have controller support. That makes no sense to me. Well,
It's okay.
I told
It's
you
not
what
that
I
hard
thought
to play
about
on the
it.
keyboard. Not that hard to play
Oh.
on the keyboard.
But joysticks, it's Final Fantasy.
So what you're
Put
saying is you like to play with
joysticks.
joysticks.
Wow.
What? That's
Come
like,
Come
it's a
on,
legit-
we're not gonna
it's-
sink that low. Come on now.
It's a legit term. Joysticks.
All right.
Anyways, so we are rounding out the show right now. We've been going for about an hour, so I just want
Rounding
to
it out with
do
sexual harassment.
absolutely as you do. So I just want everyone to kind of say goodbye and pimp out
Oh
themselves.
hey, we gotta mention the Let's Play.
Oh right. So Gary, do you want to talk about Let's Plays for just a brief second?
Yeah, due to technical difficulties we did not have one last week, but I don't know what we were doing this, so yeah, that's
The
about it.
unicorn game.
Yeah,
What's gonna
apparently-
happen this week?
That's
No,
not
I will
what
be
we
so
were
here.
happening.
I will be
Not for
here.
Let's Play.
We can
I
do
will
Magica
pretend that
after.
we can do things.
We should do Firefall.
Firefall.
I do have the
But I don't
Firefall
yet.
beta.
I mean,
could
it's,
play with
it's
you guys.
free to play.
Yeah.
Can we video record it yet? Because it's still in beta.
Well, yeah.
That's kind of a big thing.
I've been streaming it.
Is it in the NDA that you can?
Yes.
I know myself, Riley, and Steph were probably going to be doing some Borderlands 2.
Oh yes.
Ew.
Yeah, we'll be figuring that out when we
What, for
can.
computer or for...
Yeah,
Computer.
on the Steams, as it were.
On the Steams. Emo's gonna hate me because he's listening, and I still have a game I need to finish with him.
Ah.
But
All right.
yeah,
Love
so
you.
anyways, we'll just kind of let's just do closing ceremony, if you will. Everyone, we'll just go down the list, say once again who you are on GameSkinny, so everyone can go follow you, check out your articles. Maybe you have a
stalk us.
Twitter, maybe you have a Twitter or Facebook page for your group. However, you are doing that. So we'll start with Nunu. Nunu, where can we find you on GameSkinny? Nunu.
He died.
He's dead.
Nunu died.
You
I
can
murdered
find
him.
me. Hello.
There we go.
Hello. Sorry,
Yes.
I forgot to hold the push to talk. You can find me at Anudis Tejeda on GameSkinny, and I'm at BrokeGamer98 on Twitter, which I'm trying to use more often.
Sounds good. And how about Gary? What are you?
Gabriel Cross on GameSkinny, at GKelAuthor on Twitter and stuff.
And I
I actually have been building my own website for my non-game related writings, but I will get into that later.
Gary has actually been doing a lot of song lyrics lately, which are really interesting and fun to read. So if you're interested in that, gaming-related songs, you should go check him out on GameSkinny. I believe you said you were going to be doing some recording soon.
Oh,
correct?
my first recorded one's on there. I finished that one today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to listen to
Yeah.
his wonderful singing voice.
Wonderful.
It's terrible. It's terrible. I love
It's
it.
gorgeous.
I'll-
Don't sell yourself short. It is amazing.
It's terrible.
When you walk away, you don't hear me say.
Oh, okay. Tough,
Anyway. Anyways, Steph, where
Oh
can we
my
find you
goodness.
on the Twitter and the GameSkinny?
I think Riley just broke my brain. I need to refocus. I need to reboot here. But no, I'm
It's
Mirror
okay.
everywhere. If you can find me, you'll find me everywhere. But I also did want to say thanks again to Emo for letting us mooch off his mumble again. We love you.
Like
Yes.
always, Emo, we love you.
Absolutely.
We love all
Well-
emos.
Emo,
We need
unfortunately, is not talking in Mumble. He's muted himself, but
He's
we'll
at
move
work,
on.
But we're
Yeah, he's-
that interesting.
I know. Riley, where can we find you on the GameSkinny and elsewhere?
You can't really find me anywhere else because, like, even I said, I don't really use my Facebook and I don't really have a Twitch. But you can find me on GameSkinny. My name is Riley, ReILLY C, the letter C, so Riley C. And you can check out any stuff that I put on there. I'm not updating as much as often anymore because I am no longer a intern. But I do update every now and again with some fun stuff. Just like I said, the thing that I recently did with Jay about the Ouya. So check that out if you're
He
interested.
hates it.
I don't hate it. I just
I like
go listen to it and you'll understand.
how you made sure that you rhymed when you spelled out the Riley part.
I did what?
You said it in a way that it would actually rhyme. Like you did the REI.
Oh, the
and then
babies are out of the
LLY.
basement.
No, Louie's not here, so they can't be out of the basement.
They can have other babies outside of the basement. There are always more
Whoa.
babies.
Babies everywhere.
But anyways,
Anyway.
go play that magical game with crystals and unicorns.
Yeah.
Just
Meanwhile, Rob.
Secret of the Magic Crystal. Yes,
There we go.
Brian, where can we find you?
I am Rothalak on GameSkinny.
He owns the
I am
place.
at Rothalak on Twitter. And yeah, that's me.
He's like kind of like our boss or something.
Something
Maybe.
like that. Somewhere around there.
Something.
Something like that.
Peons.
Yes, you are my peons. I like that.
Oh.
Alrighty then.
Work.
Rob, where can we find you?
Hi.
Enthusiastic, I see.
We can find him at high.
I have a child screaming at me right now, so hold on.
Oh my.
It was your
Jay,
baby
He is
that got out of the
Tankerballs on
basement.
GameSkinny. Yes.
I am Tinkerballs. Tinkerballs at Tinkerballs. You can find me on Twitter and GameSkinny, stuff like that.
It is Tinkerballs with a Z.
Tinkerballs at tinkerballs.com.
With the Tinkerballs.
Oh, and it's also BAWL, not BALL.
Like the
Yes,
drink.
Balls.
balls.
And myself, Jay, you can find me on GameSkinny at GameSkinny/GS/J, and on Twitter at ZacaJ, that's ZACAJAY, where honestly, it's not that, it's weird. I just talk to my friends on Twitter. You guys, if you tweet at me,
You
I'll
don't
tweet
talk
back.
to me. What?
Then you should tweet at me on Twitter. And
Consider
I will-
yourself
Outright.
tweeted.
Just
I
the,
shall.
The twatter, as you call it.
Taker balls, watch my stream.
Oh dear.
You will get tweeted at 24/7 now.
Fantastic.
I will tweet at you so hard.
Oh, tweet at me, baby. Tweet at me. Ooh, it's hot.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that is the GameSkinny Roundtable podcast for this week. I've been Jay. This has been your new
You've
Gary.
been Jay? Really?
I've
This has been
Jay.
fun.
I am no longer Jay. I've been Jay.
He suddenly became
that-
Jay.
I'm
Is that
suddenly
like
somewhere else.
you've been gay?
Exactly, just
What?
like Ben Gay. Exactly. So thanks for tuning in. We will be here again next week at Wednesday. Follow us on Twitch to listen to us live if you are listening to us on iTunes or Podomatic. We will have this up soon, and we'll have the next episode up even sooner, I guess. That's not actually
Oh,
true.
we should probably say something about there may be a delay at some point since we are checking our options on the whole.
Yeah, they're at the moment we're
upload
trying
thing.
to figure out exactly the best way to go about having a podcast and
This is our
publishing
last
it to...
episode ever.
Shut the balls. No, it's not. We will remain
love you
on the
guys.
air until the ship goes down. Pirate radio.
The
shit
ship
going
went
on.
down ages ago.
We're
Hey.
trying to.
Oh,
Hey.
okay. So
Shut your
donate. You know, if you really like our stream and our stuff, because we really need to get some space for our podcasts.
Yeah, there might be a little restructuring going on over the next couple of weeks because we are trying to figure out how to make this happen. It was just kind of a willy-nilly idea at first that, oh, let's do a podcast, and then we realized, oh, this actually requires effort and money, and we should figure that out.
Things we don't have.
So yes, thank you for joining us. That is the GameSkinny podcast. Join us next week. We will see you next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Everyone say goodbye.
A goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
No.
Goodbye, world.
Cheers.